Testing, testing, testing.
13th meeting of North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority Board of Trustees. I want to thank everyone for traveling to Middlesex College today for today's meeting. I also like to thank Middlesex College President Mark McCormick for hosting us and providing breakfast, the staff from the college for setting everything up, and also the staff at the Middlesex County Public and Government Affairs Office for working with the NJTPA and the college to make this possible. So at this time, I'm going to ask Denise to please read the Open Public Meetings Act.
Morning, everyone. This is to advise that in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, adequate notice of this meeting was also forwarded to the Star Ledger, the Asbury Park Press, the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, the New Jersey Herald, and the Daily Record. It was also posted at the Essex County Hall of Records in Newark.
Thank you, Denise. If you would, please rise and join me for the salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, for all. And also, please remember our men and women in the armed services who are in harm's way, if you would. So Denise, would you please call the roll?
Bergen County. Bergen County. Essex County.
Here.
Hudson County. Hunterdon County. Here. Jersey City. Middlesex County.
Here.
Monmouth County.
Here.
Morris County.
Here.
City of Newark.
Here.
Ocean County.
Here.
Passaic County.
Here.
Somerset County. Sussex County.
Here.
Union County. Warren County.
Here.
Governor's Authorities Unit. Here. Department of Transportation.
Here.
New Jersey Transit.
Here.
Port Authority.
Here.
Citizens Representative. Have a quorum.
Thank you, Denise. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve the minutes of our May 11th board meeting. Thank you, Hunterdon. Do I have a second? York, thank you very much. Any questions, corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes of the May 11th meeting? Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Give me 1 minute here. Very good. All right. This time I want to present the chairman's remarks or present my report. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you all again for joining us. First, I want to welcome and thank our speaker, Megan Massey, the Director of Transit Friendly Planning at New Jersey Transit. I think most of us know Megan, who serves on the NJTPA RTAC committee. She's going to tell us about the land plan. The LAND acronym stands for Leveraging Assets for Non-Fare Box Dollars. New Jersey Trent, we're going to add that to our acronym book.
Sure.
Okay, just making sure.
We're due for an update. Hundreds of pages long.
New Jersey Transit unveiled this plan late last year at the Metro Park Station, just a few miles from here. The land plan represents a significant opportunity for New Jersey Transit to generate new revenue over the next 30 years, while also driving economic development throughout our region. Megan will also highlight the vision behind the plan and share updates on work already underway at the Metro Park and Hoboken stations. Middlesex County is thrilled that the construction has already begun on a new corporate headquarters for the Hackensack Meridian Health at Metro Park, which had a grand opening about 2 months ago. Plans for the site also include retail, residential space with designated affordable housing, pedestrian and bicycle upgrades, and more. We're looking forward to seeing the full potential of these efforts. While I'm on the topic of transit, I want to mention another project the county is working on. Middlesex County Improvement Authority is managing the renovation of the 120-year-old New Brunswick train station on behalf of New Jersey Transit. The This nearly 70 million project will transform and modernize this critical stop on the Northeast Corridor. Construction begins in September, and we're improving sidewalk safety and adding a new ticketing center. Future work will include renovated westbound, eastbound platforms, expanded pedestrian transfers, passages, modern waiting areas, signage, and extensive site work. The upgraded station will be designed to handle the influx of commuters, visitors we anticipate with the New Jersey Health Life Science Exchange, better known as the Helix. Development and continued growth at Rutgers University. This new complex will feature 3 state-of-the-art buildings, more than 1.5 million square feet, housing research labs, office space, and residential units. It will also house the Rutgers Medical School and Nokia Bell Labs East Coast headquarters for research and development. Middlesex County will also be an anchor tenant at this location. This project is a great example of what we can accomplish when we work together to invest in infrastructure that strengthens our community, supports economic growth, and prepares our region for the future. Speaking of infrastructure and economic impacts, some of you may have seen a recent op-ed by Assemblyman Andrew McCourty about the renovation of the New York Penn Station and the need for New Jersey to have a say in the design. We need increased track capability for New Jersey Transit trains at the new Penn Station. This would give residents of our region faster and more reliable commutes, including more options for a one-seat ride on the Raritan Valley line. Once the Hudson Tunnel project is completed and the existing tunnels are rehabilitated, there will be capacity for more trains to New York City. However, without the needed track capacity in Penn Station itself, it won't be able to handle the increase in trains. The federal government through Amtrak is finalizing renovation plans for the station. It's critical that we engage our federal representatives to ensure expanded capacity is included. I spoke with my fellow executive committee members last week, and we're planning to join the push for the needed capacity at the station because it is critical for our state and larger region. I also want to thank Assemblyman McCourty for inviting the NJTPA to present on its local technical assistance programs at the Legislative District Local Leaders Conference later this month. This is a great way to get the word out to the mayors and other local officials about the various programs we offer here at the NJTPA. Speaking of those programs, the NJTPA Demonstration Library has been in high demand here in Middlesex County. Highland Park has used some materials for a recent FIFA watch party, and Perth Amboy plans to install a traffic calming demonstration on Hall Avenue next month as part of the NJTPA's Complete Streets Conceptualization pilot study. In addition, Roselle Park has installed temporary curb extensions and flexible delineators that will be up through September at locations with significant pedestrian traffic and illegal wrong-way driving. I also want to share that I had the pleasure of attending last month's in-person RTAC Advisory Committee. The group normally meets virtually, but this was a great opportunity for them to network and meet the new NJTPA staff who they've only previously met on screens. And so I thank the chairman of the RTAC for doing that meeting in person and the committee. There was a great conversation about how to implement our local safety action plans, and Middlesex County highlighted some of our safety plan related efforts underway. Staff also mentioned the solicitation for the next round of sub-regional studies, which will begin in FY28. This is another great program that puts federal dollars to work at the local level to help us develop transportation improvement strategies for a variety of issues. Middlesex County recently started a sub-regional study to update the transportation and mobility element of our master plan. 2 years ago, we conducted road safety audits at 5 locations to develop recommendations for improvements. And now we're using that report to seek grant funding for implementation. We previously completed the Southern Middlesex County Freight Movement Study through this program. One of the study's recommendations was to develop a north-south truck corridor to reduce truck traffic in residential areas by providing a dedicated route parallel to the New Jersey Turnpike and County Road 619. We're working on that project through the NJTPA's Freight Concept Development Program, and I look forward to seeing the outcome when that effort wraps up a year from now. While these are all Middlesex County examples, I know many of our subregions have participated in these programs. This early planning work allows us to lay the foundation for future improvements. often funded with federal dollars that make travel safer, more efficient, and more reliable. Finally, I also want to offer the board's best wishes and congratulations to former Passaic County Commissioner John Bartlett, who was a longtime member and former chair of the NJTPA. At the joint committee meeting last month, he shared that he would be resigning from the County Board of Commissioners to become the Chief Legal Officer for the Gateway Development Commission. While we will miss working with him on the board, we look forward to his efforts to complete the Hudson Tunnel project, one of the most critical transportation projects for our region and really the entire country. So I thank you all for listening, and that concludes my report. At this time, does the NJTOT have any comments?
Nothing at this time, Chairman.
Nothing at this time. Any remarks from New Jersey Transit? Nothing at this time. Your light came on. I can see it. Port Authority, any remarks?
Not this morning, thank you.
Not at this time. All right. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Dave for his Executive Director's report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everybody. I'd also like to add my thanks, echoing the chairman, to Middlesex College President McCormick and the staff here for hosting us. It's a great facility and keeps us a little bit out of any potential hot zone traffic and activity associated with the World Cup. So as we're closing out one fiscal year and starting another, it's really a perfect time to reflect on what we achieved working together in fiscal year 2026. Through our planning programs, we're helping communities move from ideas to implementation by providing the technical expertise and planning support they need to compete for funding and deliver projects that improve safety, mobility, and quality of life throughout our region. One example is our Vibrant Places program, which recently completed a placemaking plan that celebrates culture and arts in the Midtown Elizabeth Special Improvement District. Working with Rutgers University's placemaking outreach and engagement team, we've developed strategies that use public art, streetscape improvements, and community programming to build on the district's existing strengths. This work demonstrates that transportation planning is about more than just moving people. It's also about creating vibrant downtowns that attract investment, support local businesses, and become places where people want to live, work, and gather. We're also helping communities unlock redevelopment opportunities through our partnership with NJIT's Center for Community Systems. Together, we're providing brownfields assessments, redevelopment guidance, and technical assistance to 5 Essex County communities, including 4 along the new Greenway State Park in the county. Through this effort, we're helping municipalities identify opportunities to transform underutilized properties into community assets. These efforts help position towns for future investment while supporting neighborhood revitalization and long-term economic growth. And of course, making travel safer continues to be one of the clearest examples of how we can make a positive impact through regional partnerships. Last month, I was pleased to join NJTPA board member and Monmouth County Commissioner Director Thomas Arnone and officials from the city of Asbury Park to launch their Street Smart New Jersey pedestrian safety campaign for the summer. Police and local officials will be working to emphasize safer driving and walking as residents and thousands of visitors head to the beach and local businesses this summer. And on a related note, Street Smart New Jersey recently reached a significant milestone, surpassing 300 partners statewide. Every new partner expands the reach of this campaign, helping us educate more drivers and pedestrians and reinforcing that keeping all travelers safe requires a shared commitment across all levels of government, our communities, and each of us as individuals. And that's how we are building a stronger culture of safety through education, partnership, and shared responsibility. You heard Chairman Kenny mention our subregional studies program a moment ago. I'm happy to report that 3 subregions completed studies last month. You'll hear more about the Somerset County Electric Vehicle Charging and Suitability Analysis Study in the Planning and Economic Development Committee report. And in addition, Jersey City recently completed its Let's Move JC Transportation Master Plan, and Hunterdon County finalized a bicycle plan that proposes a county-wide network. And in addition to the Middlesex Transportation and Mobility Plan that the chairman mentioned, Passaic County is kicking off an urban core trucking study this fiscal year. Many subregions have submitted proposals for our next round of funding for FY 2028. I think we probably received the highest number of applications we've ever received, which speaks to the success of this program. Staff is reviewing the proposals and will be in touch in the coming months regarding those selected to advance into our next work program. Another important responsibility underway is our work to meet federal performance management requirements. Staff continue to coordinate with NJDOT and our partner MPOs on setting performance measure targets for safety, infrastructure condition, system reliability, freight movement, and traffic congestion. While much of this work happens behind the scenes, it's fundamental to how we plan and invest in our transportation system. This performance measurement helps us meet federal requirements, align our work with the goals of our long-range transportation plan, and provide a clear way to measure our region's progress over time. Ultimately, this helps ensure we're not simply investing in transportation projects, but that we're investing in projects that deliver measurable benefits for the communities we serve. And that work also ties directly into one of our most important priorities in the coming months, and that's preparing for our US DOT certification review. Every 4 years, the Federal Highway and Transit Administrations evaluate our metropolitan planning process to ensure we're meeting federal planning requirements to maintain our region's eligibility to receive federal transportation funding. Our work on performance measures is just one example of the accountability and data-driven decision-making central to this process. Staff will be preparing materials and presentations ahead of the FHWA and FTA site visit scheduled for October 26th and October 27th, when they'll meet with NJTPA staff, representatives from our member agencies, and board members. I encourage all our board members and sub-regional partners to participate in this process, and we'll be reaching out with more details as they become available. For now, I'd ask that you please block off, in particular, the morning of Monday, October 26th, which is when our federal partners have requested to meet with board members. Certification review is an opportunity to demonstrate the strength of our regional partnerships, the collaborative planning process we've built together, and our ability to continue bringing critical federal transportation investments to the North Jersey region. When you look at all these efforts, there's a common thread. Whether we're helping communities create vibrant places, redevelop underutilized properties, improve roadway safety, or access critical federal funding, we're ensuring that transportation planning continues to strengthen our region, support economic opportunity, and improve the everyday lives of the people we serve. One more thing before I wrap up, I do want to share with the board that after 25 years with the NJTPA, Ted Ritter will be retiring later this summer, which is hard for me to even say, to get those words out. It's hard for me to believe. So today, Ted, this is your last NJTPA board meeting. So I know Ted has worked closely with many of you and staff in the subregions and at the various agencies during his time with us. Ted's really accomplished a lot. He's been the voice of the NJTPA in our videos. He's represented us at countless conferences and events, participated in and led award-winning public engagement efforts, represented us on county transportation and partner agency boards, and coordinated the Morris Canal Working Group. And just generally, he's been a fantastic and enthusiastic ambassador for our agency. So I'd personally like to take a moment to thank Ted for all his efforts on behalf of the board and on behalf of the staff of the NJTPA. And Ted, we are certainly going to miss you at the NJTPA. It won't be the same place without you. So if I could conclude my report with a round of applause for Ted, I think that'd be good.
Which, thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Ted.
You don't want to do one more meeting so you can retire on your home field?
Guess not.
Before I move on, Ted, thank you very much. You've been always very helpful since I've been here. Great person to work with, and you are going to be missed. So, but I wish you the best in your retirement. Okay, so at this time, we're going to hear from Megan Massey, who's here to present the NJ Transit's land plan, which is a very interesting concept. I know she's going to talk about Metro Park. There you are. I know she's going to talk about Metro Park. It's great way to think outside the box. And so, Megan, I'm going to turn it over to you at this time.
Jersey Transit the time to go over our land plan and any this is weird seeing yourself. Okay. Can we get the slides up? While Melissa's looking at the updated slides that I just sent her 5 minutes ago, I'm sad to hear that Ted, you'll be retiring, and it also means that all of us are getting older. And that's wild. But we'll miss you and the levity that you bring to all of this. Yes, yes. So again, Chairman Kenny, thank you for the invite. I'm Megan Massey, Director of Transit Friendly Planning at New Jersey Transit. Today I will be speaking, here I am again. Okay, today I'll be speaking mostly about the land plan, but first just to give a little brief background on transit friendly planning. The program has been around since the 90s. It sets the stage around transit oriented development, around New Jersey transit stations, bus stops, both on publicly and privately owned land. And the real estate team, the TOD team, facilitates development on transit-owned parcels, and has led a track record of development. So the concept of using TOD to generate non-fare box revenue is not new to New Jersey Transit. TOD diversifies our revenue and captures value through our infrastructure. And value capture from development around our facilities is just one of the many good reasons to pursue TOD. That's my little pitch on the benefits of TOD. So New Jersey, clicker would be helpful. All right. So New Jersey Transit established its transit-oriented development policy to guide the development of walkable mixed-use communities around transit facilities in 2023. The policy statement aims to provide high-level guidance for local governments and developers on what New Jersey Transit is looking for with regards to development on its properties. So as I just mentioned, Transit has a track record of supporting TOD through its transit-friendly program and building TOD through its real estate division, so it's not new. But what is new is the broader acknowledgement of how we use our land has profound impacts on ridership, community vitality, access to housing, and economic opportunity, bringing more destinations within easy reach of transit and more people use and value transit. In 2025, the agency analyzed its entire real estate portfolio, which was a huge endeavor. For those of you who work in government, you realize that, we're going through files that we haven't touched in 30 years, looking at copies of old right-of-way railroads. So we dove into historic inherited land records for opportunities to better leverage these assets for non-fare box revenues. And we published the findings as the land plan in October 2025. So the findings show the potential for $1 million+ in incremental revenue to New Jersey Transit over 30 years, $1 billion increase in municipal revenues, broader statewide economic impacts, and not to be lost into the discussion about finances, but access to a ton more housing, proposed 14,000 to 20,000 new homes. So this slide shows our proposed TOD projected revenue. Just looking at our active and completed TOD projects, there will be a little over 3,000 apartments online, 338 affordable, which translates into 60 million in non-fare box revenue over a 30-year period to New Jersey Transit, and 20 million in local tax revenues. And then the upcoming and prospective initiatives that I'll talk through over the next few slides, it's under 3,000 units, including 555 affordable, which translates to 85 million in non-fare box revenue over 30 years and 450 million in local taxes to municipality over 30 years. Obviously, this is all contingent on market considerations and close coordination with the municipalities. So this past April, we followed up on the land plan publication and hosted our first land plan industry day, at which we showcased these 11 sites on screen. And these are the ones that we plan to offer to market this year and the next year. So 2 were along the Hudson Bergen Light Rail, 5 along the River Line, 2 sites along the Northeast Corridor, 1 along the Atlantic City Line, 1 along the RVL, 1 bus location in Union City, and Copper's Coke, the industrial site in Kearney. So this is the board for Metro Park that we presented at Industry Day. The top shows the pre-development conditions of the commuter surface parking lot and the two parking garages. And the concept shows the mixed-use development in the middle with residential, medical office, and ground floor retail. And then the bottom row shows the beginning of the construction. And so I'll dive into a little bit of the details. So these are pictures of present day of the site. So construction commenced July 2024. The project is comprised of Hackensack Meridian's corporate headquarters and their medical offices, residential apartments, retail, and parking. EDA awarded Aspire tax credits of 113 million in 2024 to support implementation. Really positive coordination overall among the various stakeholders, the county, Door and Woodbridge, Terminal Construction, which is the general contractor, Woodbridge Township, Amtrak, and the office tenant, HMH, Hackensack Meridian. So to the right, you'll see the right picture is the Hackensack, the corporate headquarters. This will be 242,000 square feet of Class A office. It'll include the medical office space, the corporate office space, and structured parking. And then to below is, and that, that construction commenced August 2024. And then they are going to, HMH is going to occupy all of the medical office space and portions of the corporate office space in April 2026. And then the grand opening that was with HMH and the governor and New Jersey Transit and others was on April 29th, 2026. So for the residential, which you'll see on the bottom left, those will include 245 rental apartments with 20% affordable, approximately 11,600 square feet of retail space on the ground floor, and 20,200 square feet of office space for HMH. And then the anticipated completion is December 2026. Another site I thought would be of interest to the board, the Hoboken board was presented. This was the board at Industry Day. Again, the top is the pre-development conditions, followed by the concept, and then the construction of Charlie, which is the residential building. So these are present day pictures of the site. So the left is the construction of Charlie, which is supposed to be proposed completion is June 2027. This will be 365,000 of square feet, 27 stories, 386 units with 20% affordable, approximately 1,000 square feet of ground floor retail, and they received $90 million in EDA Aspire tax credits in 2024. The tower crane was removed from the site June 2026. The work also included right-of-way improvements in Hoboken for Hudson Place, as you see there. The first phase is between River Street and Sinatra, which was completed June 2026. And so that will be like a pedestrian plaza. It'll include new paving, striping, bike lanes, and a Woonerf, which is like a really cool, active, non-driving space. So, and in terms of New Jersey Transit public improvements, we have a new bus terminal that was completed December 2025. And then on the right, you'll see the significant rehabbing of the ferry terminal building. They're working on the exterior copper. And then what's really cool is that in July 2027, it's anticipated to be this like accessible commercial exhibition space with outdoor public space and Warrington Plaza. I think it'll be really cool. Those who parked there for like decades will be sad, but I think it'll be better for the greater good. So that is Hoboken. And then just some of our past projects, Somerville, this is a completed project. This used to be 75 acres of municipal brownfields and surface parking lots. It's located along New Jersey Transit's Raritan Valley line. Somerville Station is a mixed-use development that will be built in phases, 374 apartments, 156 townhomes, 2 parking garages, will include 4,000 square feet of retail and 2,600 square feet of a community civic center. So it promotes walking, stimulates economic growth, and promotes sustainable development. I'm not pointing to the right thing. And then these are some of the other TOD projects that were through unsolicited requests for development. So you developers or anyone who's interested can go on to New Jersey Transit's website and you can put in a proposal for us to, it's like an accessing where we review usually from properties who are adjacent to us, that adjacent to transit-owned properties, to see if we can combine parcels with New Jersey Transit land and create a more functional, viable site. So you'll see on the top, orange is 410 units. Boundbrook, we built 218 units. Dover, 70 units. Red Bank is proposed 175 on the north site, and Morristown is 89 units. I know I just breezed through a lot of information. I hope some of it was useful to you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Anybody have any questions on my right? Questions on my left? Any questions from the public? Do we have anybody signed up, Ted? No, oh, we have one. Jay.
Megan, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the bus site in Union City.
So we're working closely. Union City is interested in creating a redevelopment plan for that site. And so we're in very preliminary talks with the mayor and municipal planning staff to develop the start of a redevelopment plan. But it would be the existing area, like the height is like 6 stories, but they're very interested in high density in that space. So we're pretty excited about that opportunity, especially with like the connection of the bus lines along the like 2 blocks to the west and then 3 blocks to the east. But in terms of the bus, I do not know if you were talking about that side of things.
Anybody else?
Megan, we had a question from Trevor Howard from City of Newark. Is there some type of structure that will coordinate development with municipalities, such as a transit village task force? And also, is the zoning analysis aspirational if a municipality is not designated as a transit village?
Oh, so Transit Village is a completely separate but equal conversation. But yes, so we work closely with Mike Manzella's group at DOT. We are eager and excited to, like, we're revamping the program. There's new energy around it. And so Newark is a designated transit village, but if others who don't have the zoning in place, both of our agencies, along with the MPOs in the state, have the technical assistance to support municipalities who are interested in transit village designation, to take a look at their zoning, see if we can upzone and promote transit-oriented development around our transit facilities. So we are eager to connect with all who are interested.
I don't know if this goes to Howard's question or not, but I know in Woodbridge, the town was very instrumental in bringing New Jersey Transit, the county, developers, and the town together to have meetings to discuss in the early stages. Once there was, an idea that this development was going to be going on, they were very instrumental in putting those meetings together and continuing to have meetings as we went along. Because the 2 roads by the Metro Park there are county roads, so traffic lights, we had to be part of the discussion. Also, if I could, I know in the beginning, the mayor of Woodbridge, and he said this publicly, so I'm not.
No, yeah.
He wasn't happy with the development, the designs that were going there, and through working with New Jersey Transit and the town, they came out with a design that everybody was happy with. At the end of the day, he was very happy with what was done there, and it could be the kickstart to a whole redevelopment in that Metro Park area
Oh, definitely.
for what we have there now. So just
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it's very
communication was very
exciting.
key.
Communication, coordination early on, knowing that it's an iterative process, nothing has been prescribed, is really important for everyone to know.
Anybody else have any questions? All right, Megan, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
Thank you so much.
Great presentation. All right, so we're going to move on to committee reports. At this time, Commissioner Soloway will present the Project Prioritization Committee report. Commissioner?
15th joint meeting of the Project Prioritization Committee recommended approval of 2 action items before the board today. The first action item requested by the NJTPA is an amendment to the FY 2026-2029 Transportation Improvement Program, or TIP, that transfers $3.625 million in congestion mitigation and air quality program funds to New Jersey Transit for 2 projects in Passaic County and associated administrative costs. These projects were selected through the NJTPA's Local Mobility Initiative Program, administered in partnership with the NJ Transit. Applications are being accepted on a rolling basis. With approval of this action, the Passaic County Move Microtransit Program will receive nearly $2.3 million to expand service into the city of Paterson. And the City of Passaic's Urban Enterprise Zones Shuttle Bus Program will receive $1 million to expand operations and purchase 2 buses. The second action, requested by the New Jersey Department of Transportation, includes TIP amendments that make changes to 6 programs and 4 projects to align funding with anticipated needs. This action will release funds from projects not ready to advance in federal fiscal year 2026 and advance or add funds to those ready for authorization. The changes are as follows. Funding is being removed from 2 program lines, the Bridge Deck Superstructure Replacement Program and the Bridge Replacement Future Projects Program. Funds are being added to 4 program lines, the Bridge Preventative Maintenance Program, the Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program, the Local Safety High-Risk Rural Roads Program, and safety programs. Funds are being added to 3 projects, Oak Tree Road Bridge in Middlesex County, the Route 80-15 interchange in Morris County, and the Route 287 from Route 202 to the Ramapo River in Morris, Bergen, and Passaic counties. Programming schedules for these projects are being adjusted to align with the anticipated construction schedules. Funding for the Route 80 eastbound retaining wall replacement project in Warren County is being pushed back 4 years to provide time to complete environmental reviews and approvals required due to the project's location in the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area. Additional details on both these actions are available in the agenda package. In addition to these action items, the committee approved 2 TIP modifications that do not need further board action. The first modification, requested by the NJDOT, removes funding that would not be used in federal fiscal year 2026 from the Delaware and Raritan Canal Bridges Program. Funds being added to the Mobility and System Engineering Program and for ongoing ITS maintenance, as well as the Route 4 Bridge project over Palisades Avenue, Windsor Road, and CSX Railroad in Bergen County to address construction cost increases and utility relocation. The second TIP modification requested by the NJTPA transfers $10 million in NJTPA carbon reduction program funds to the NJ Transit Section 5310 program to support Access Link, ADA paratransit, and community transportation providers. The funds will be used for new Access Link software to modernize ADA paratransit services and to procure up to 13 replacement vehicles for community transportation providers, including Access Link. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Soloway. As the commissioner mentioned, we have 2 action items. from the Project Prioritization Committee on today's agenda. The first item is a minor amendment to FY 26-29 TIP as requested by the NJTPA. I understand that Passaic County would like to move this item. Thank you, Passaic County. I understand the Governor's Authority will second it. Thank you, Governor's Authority. Any comments from the board members on this item? Comments from the members of the public on this item? Ed, anybody online? No? Denise, would you please call the roll?
Bergen County.
Yes.
Essex County. Hudson County.
Yes.
Hunterdon County.
Yes.
Jersey City. Middlesex County.
Yes.
Monmouth County. Morris County. City of Newark. Ocean County.
Yes.
Passaic County.
Yeah.
Sussex County.
Yes.
Union County.
Yes.
Warren County. Governor's Authorities Unit. Department of Transportation.
Yes.
New Jersey Transit.
Yes.
Port Authority.
Yes.
Thank you. The item is passed.
Thank you, Denise. The second item is a minor amendment to FY 26-29 TIP as requested by the NJDOT. I understand that Sussex County would like to move this item. Thank you, Commissioner. I understand Hudson County will second. Thank you very much. Any comments from the board members on this item? Any comments from the public? Denise, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Bergen County.
Yes.
Essex County.
Yes.
Hudson County. Hunterdon County.
Yes.
Jersey City. Middlesex
Yes.
County. Monmouth County.
Yeah.
Morris County.
Yes.
City of Newark.
Yes.
Ocean County.
Yes.
Passaic County.
Yeah.
Sussex County.
Yes.
Union County.
Yes.
Warren County. Governor's Authorities Unit. Department of Transportation.
Yes.
New Jersey Transit.
Yes.
Port Authority.
Yes.
Thank you. The item passed.
Thank you, Denise. At this time, we're going to move on to the Planning and Economic Development Committee. Commissioner Delsport will give her report. Commissioner?
Thank you, Chairman. I am pleased to report on the activities of the Planning and Economic Development Committee at this joint meeting. Our committee did not have any action items, but we did hear a great presentation on a recently complete sub-regional study. Somerset County officials presented on Powering Ahead, an electric vehicle study that created a practical fleet electrification roadmap, identified secondary charging corridors, and pinpointed public charging opportunities on county-owned properties. The study evaluated 43 county properties based on electrical access and flood risk, narrowing the list to 14 candidates and selecting 3 priority sites for the first phase of implementation. ADA compliant chargers, wayfinding signage, and safety lighting will be installed at Lord Sterling Park Environmental Education Center, Howe Athletic Complex at Colonial Park, and Mountain View Park as part of this first phase. The fleet plan also includes a phased implementation with plans to electrify sedans and SUVs in the near term while monitoring the potential electrification of heavy-duty construction vehicles. The timeline includes short-term financial and design steps that can be completed in next year, midterm initiatives for the next 1 to 5 years, and long-term vehicle conversions. The final report was completed last month and will go before the Somerset County Planning Board for adoption this summer or early fall. Once adopted, engineering, design, and funding coordination will begin. Commissioner Kenny also highlighted the sub-regional studies program in his remarks, and I just wanted to echo that this really is a great way to use federal funds to conduct planning work and advance transportation and initiatives at the local level. And finally, I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to congratulate Ted on his retirement. Best of luck to you. 5-star, 5-star. I mean, your performance has been stellar. And so I hope our paths cross again. And that concludes my report, Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner. At this time, we're going to have the Freight Initiatives Committee report. Commissioner Shaw and Suey could not be here, so Commissioner Jack DeGroot will, from Sussex County, will read the report.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm pleased to report on the June 15th Freight Initiatives Committee meeting. The meeting included an update from Sophia Kyle from Central Staff on the continuing work of freight concept development program studies, including the Middlesex County North Truck Corridor project Chairman Kenny mentioned earlier, and the East Hanover Bridge catenary rail clearance project. The consultants are developing and refining alternatives for both studies that will be presented to local officials and the public later this fiscal year. The New Jersey Department of Transportation and its consultant, WSP, presented on statewide freight plan update and used live polling to gather input from participants. Attendees were asked to identify priorities and areas of focus, concern, and interest. The poll results showed balanced interest across priorities, with safety, state of good repair, and environmental stewardship emerging as top choices. Janice Marino Doyle, who leads NJDOT's Office of Freight Planning, and Steve Chiramonte, Vice President and Transportation Planner at WSP, were the presenters. Highlights included the role of NJDOT's Office of Freight Planning is to act as a state subject matter expert on goods movements, manage National Highway Freight Program funding, designate critical urban/rural corridors, maintain the state truck map, and conduct relevant studies such as their current truck parking study. Also, freight plans must be updated every 4 years under the current Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, as opposed to every 5 years under the previous FAST Act. Maintaining an active federally approved plan unlocks New Jersey's National Highway Freight Program allotment of $38 million for 2026 and projected funding over $400 million over the next decade. Data analyzed by WSP's National Freight and Logistics team highlighted the massive scale of the freight sector in New Jersey. Freight supportive industries account for approximately $200 billion annually, roughly 30% of New Jersey's total gross domestic product. Freight dependent roles make up nearly a third of the workforce in the state. Manufacturing and retail are clustered around northern New Jersey population centers, while wholesale operations span the entire state. In reports from committee members, the Port Authority of New York, New Jersey said agencies continue to coordinate with the New York State and New Jersey Department of Transportation on all FIFA-related activities to ensure clear and consistent communications. They also shared that their drone cargo program has been underway for about 4 weeks as of the meeting. It recently moved more than 1,000 pounds of test cargo back and forth over the East River. That concludes my report. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner. At this time, we're going to move to the public portion of the meeting. As a reminder, we advise members of the public that we have a 3-minute time limit on comments. The timer will display on the screen. We ask that you keep your comments within this allotted time. We'll start with members of the public who are here in the room and have signed up to speak. Do we have anybody, Ted?
No one signed up in advance, sir.
Okay. Anybody here want to speak? All right. We have anybody online that wants to speak, or
All clear at this time.
all clear at this time? All right, well then. This time. Don't have to say that because nobody spoke. This time we're gonna say that the next board meeting will be held on September 14th at 10:30 a.m. at the NJTPA offices in Newark. And if I could have a motion for adjournment.
100 motions.
Thank you, Hunter and County. Second,
Yeah.
Union seconds. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much. Have a good day.